Hi friends, welcome back to 9 Little Aussies. I'm out in my garden again today and it is beautiful and we're all in one piece. So thank you for those who were asking after our welfare. We have been under a tornado watch and we had some pretty severe storms, but we're all in one piece, we're all safe. So thank you for those who were asking and praying for us. All the severe storms were further north. We were under a tornado watch until about midnight last night, but thankfully nothing came to pass other than a pretty wild storm, but no damage. So that's good. Look what I just found. The garden loved the rain, I guess, and there are beans popping up all the way down the line. Not only beans, but oh man, I tell you, I am getting eaten. The mozzies now after that rain are really bad. But so I have sown a few different things here, so I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see what it is that's popping up. Here's some babies. You can see the beans coming up. Over that side is flowers. It says baby flowers all over there. And more beans, more little baby seeds, and some grass in there as well, but you know, we'll pull him out. So that is extremely exciting. Lots of babies. More still coming through. There's heaps more still to come, but it is very cool to see little baby plants peeking their wee little heads through. These beans here coming up. Oh, that's fun. Now let's see down here. These were planted a bit later, so. Oh, look! Already! So these ones are cucumbers, and this is the cream peas. Oh, look. Can you see that? I don't know what that is. That's a cream pea. And the cucumbers here. Cucumbers here. Piece of grass. Wow. They didn't take long at all. And some more cucumbers along there. Oh, and these guys. Now, I believe these ones here, you can just see, I do hope you can see that. It's a little itty bitty, that's a little baby okra. Good morning, baby okra. Oh, fun. That's the beautiful thing about rain. There's just nothing like rain to sprout seeds. It's just like the seeds say, hallelujah, here I come. It's just what they needed. Let me see over here. Any more? Yes, here's some more. There's a little baby. Another little baby. This one here, I think that might be okra. I shall have to go tell Papa that his okra babies are up. So that is cool. Yeah, so the downside of all these storms is the mozzies are just terrible. There's water laying around. We got so that I don't actually know what the rainfall was yesterday, but we had a big storm come through last night and a lot of rain. But so the downside is the mozzies are just shocking this morning, but all these baby seeds. Here's another one. So the plants are gonna love that rain. There's another little, I think that's a bush bean. I kind of, I spot planted a few bush beans through here where there was little spaces. So I think that's what that is. Oh, I wonder about down here. Yes, more. Look, I think this is a Mississippi pink-eyed one there. And more along here. And a weed. We'll get those as well. And the nasturtiums liked the rain. Yep, some more of these. So these are the Mississippi pink eye coming up. All right, so we have here our raised bed that it's the hugelkultur bed that my husband built. And we've just put, he's finished this one along here. It's just made out of scraps that we found laying around the farm. And we just got the last load filled with soil from the neighbor's place. So it's pretty good, pretty decent topsoil. There's a little bit of other stuff in it, but it'll be fine. It'll be just fine. So we've probably got close, just under a foot of soil there. So I'm gonna rake that out nice and evenly and get planting. I'm actually just gonna use this kiddie rake. It belongs to one of the little kids for when they're helping me in the garden. But I think it'll be perfect just to lightly rake this over. Okay, so I am going to pop in some more lettuce. I did get some lettuce in out the front, but I'm going to do some more lettuce in this garden. I'll do a mix of herbs, really just to help with the pest pressure, because I have a lot of herbs planted elsewhere, but it does help. So I'm going to put those in. I am going to put in here some yellow summer squash, which is like a yellow zucchini. And then I'm going to put this one's called Ford Hook zucchini. So I'm going to put that one in. I made some spinach. This is a long leaf version. And I have not tried this before. It's kohlrabi. And it says it tastes a bit like a mild turnip. So I don't know. Someone gave that to me, so that I'm going to try that. Pop that in and see, and then I might, in my usual fashion, spot plant things here and there as I go along. So we'll start with that, but it's very muggy here, so we'll see how long I last before I decide to do this later in the day. Okay, so the lettuce I'm going to do is a seed tape, which the more I use these, I don't think I'm a real fan, although it's not that they haven't worked. I've got down the side there a bunch of radishes have come up, some carrots have come up, and beetroot, I think it was. And so they're working. I'm just not a straight line girl. But I've got them. Someone gave them to me, so I am going to plant them. All right, now I guess what makes sense is to put these lettuce and lower growing ones along the edge here and some taller ones in the middle. We'll kind of follow that pattern, and we'll see. I did bring another packet of sunflowers out, but that's more for elsewhere, because I kind of decided I wanted to oversow sunflowers in the event that the squirrels find them. Shh, we won't say it too loud. So all I need to do is just pull that off. All right, it is muggy and I am sweaty, but I'm getting it done and I'm enjoying some bare feet time. There is just nothing like the feeling of your feet on the earth, whether it is dirt, honestly, even a gravel road, which doesn't sound very nice, but there's a lot of gravel roads in Australia. Whether it's walking up a gravel road or nice green lawn or a sandy beach, it doesn't matter. Just your feet in communication with the earth. It's just so good. So anyway, I have carrots over there, carrots along here, and I've put zucchini down the middle, some yellow and some green, and I'm putting in the spinach now. You can see little itty bitty, I don't know, can you see that? I hope you can see that. Little itty bitty spinach seeds. And I'm just standing out here, and really it's not terribly comfortable because the sun is, you know, it got a decent amount of intensity in it today. It's muggy because it's still hot after the storm. I did get 1 or 2 ant bites on my feet. The mozzies are biting, but I'm standing here sowing these seeds. I was actually listening to an audiobook while I'm doing this. I'm listening to Jill Winger's new book, Old Fashioned on Purpose, I believe it's called. Very good book. Very highly recommend it. A lot of it, in a way, I'm like, well, this is what we've been doing. This is why we're doing it. It's just she does articulate it very well. And I think it's a fantastic book for anyone wanting to be introduced to these ideas. But I'm finding it encouraging, although, you know, we've been doing this for quite a while, and a lot of it is the way I grew up. I think when you grow up, I guess maybe it depends. But my parents were quite very nature loving, they were farmers or ranchers, but always with a deep respect for the land and a deep respect for the animals and creation and what they were doing. That is definitely something they passed on to me. And so that is something I feel like that connection has been there my whole life, which is a privilege. That's an honor. But it's just been encouraging listening to her book because she is very articulate, and I'm learning new things. Like I learnt a new recipe for a natural cleaning product. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. So it's encouraging me, I think, in my, you know, it's good to know you're not alone. Hey, it's good to know you're not the only one wanting to walk barefoot in the garden and doesn't mind the odd ant bite or mozzie bite when it means I get to do this. So it's so worth it. All right, there she be. Another raised bed brimming with potential. Looking like nothing. It's so exciting. And honestly, when I found all those seeds popping up this morning, I was like, oh, that's so exciting. This is why, because it is so silly. Like I have been gardening for years, but I plant them in the ground. I'm like, oh, please be okay. Please do the right thing and sprout and grow, and I hope no one eats you, and I hope you're still there, and I hope we get the right amount of rain and the right conditions. And then sure enough, up they come. I don't know why I fret about it. So I'm very excited about these little ones. I'm excited to try kohlrabi, see what that's like. I have done all I'm going to do in that bed today, I think. Time to go inside and get some other things done. So today is actually day 30. I can't believe it. It's the end of April, and I set myself this challenge. In case you didn't hear it at the beginning of the month, I set myself a challenge to post a video a day on my channel here at 9 Little Aussies, of either in our garden, getting things built up and established here, or in my kitchen. I've done kitchen cooking ones as well. And I just wanted to challenge myself to do that for the month. And man, I tell you, I learned some things. But today is day 30. It definitely, like, a challenge is the right word. It was a challenge. It was intense because I have so many people, you know, I'm juggling so many things and I have a lot of other responsibilities, but I'm glad I did it. It was worth it. And I learned a lot of good things. So I'm not going to continue to post every day. I'm going to go back to twice a week. But I probably will muse and ponder over the things I learned in the coming days and make some decisions about the future direction of my little channel here. But I just want to say thank you for the amazing support and the beautiful encouragement. And like I have said before, I was very, I guess, anxious at the beginning of deciding to document our journey here on this little piece of land, not knowing how it would go. And, you know, I'm like, the internet can be a big bad place. But honestly, it has just been nothing but an encouragement and a positive experience. There have just been beautiful people that have just encouraged my heart, and I've learned from you guys. I'm so grateful for all the local knowledge and answers to questions, and yeah, it's been great. It's like a lovely little community growing here. So I am very, very grateful for each one of you for supporting me in this little month and for being here in general. And I hope you'll continue along with us as we continue to grow our garden, grow our homestead, cook good food, and try and bring back some of these old ways of being old-fashioned on purpose, as Jill Winger calls it. It's an apt way to put it, I think. I am sitting here in one of my favorite spots in the garden. It's the kids' swing under this beautiful big old oak tree. The April challenge that I gave myself was very good for me, very stretching. I learned quite a bit. I learned that it's a lot harder to put a video up every day than you might think it is. I had technical challenges, physical challenges, all this mainly in that first week, especially with the technical and the physical challenges of just not feeling good and then trying to get technology to cooperate with me. Sometimes our upload speed here is not too bad, and sometimes it's pretty terrible. It seems to be closely related to what's going on with the weather. So that has posed challenges. Just managing this on top of the rest of my life and being a mum and teaching, homeschooling my kids, and a lot of other responsibilities outside of that as well, that just yeah, it's been definitely stretching, and it's not something I will continue to do all the time, but a lot of good has come from it. I have really loved the engagement with all of you beautiful people out there who have been so kind and encouraging to me. I really value that. It's just been a beautiful thing. I have learned a lot about just the practical process. You know, this is not something I was overly familiar with. You know, like, I'm learning new skills here, so that's good. And I've thought a lot about, why am I doing this? Because the last thing I want to do is add to the noise. There's a lot of noise out there on the internet. A lot of people with their opinions and their 2 cents and whatever. And I don't want to just be another noisy voice in your ear or in your eyes. I want to add value. If I'm going to be here, I want to add value. So part of the value for me personally is to document our journey and to document the growth of this little homestead. and the things we're learning. But also, honestly, like, my desire is to give value, to add value, to provide something worthwhile in this space, whether it is encouragement, inspiration. I am not presenting myself here as an expert at all. I am learning as I go. I have been gardening for a few years and I've learned some things, but I have already learned so much from you guys as you have given me ideas and told me things I didn't know, especially about local plants. And yeah, that's been really valuable. So I'm getting value from this, as well as I hope that I'm giving value, adding value. So that to me is something that I really need to nut out and make sure that I'm doing that. And there was a couple of times in the month where I felt stretched in that area and like, well, I don't want to just put a video for the sake of putting a video. I want it to be worth something and not a waste of anybody's time. So that is something, these are the things I am processing. These are the things I am contemplating as I think about what that's going to look like moving forward. And I actually have enjoyed this far more than I expected. Like I have shared, was very nervous about it, but felt very led to do this and have been amazed at how much fun I've had. So that's been a unexpected thing as well. I will continue to muse over these things, but my hope and my intention is to be a voice of encouragement, I guess, and a voice of hope in this little space. So anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for coming along for the ride. I have appreciated your company. So wherever you are, wherever you're watching from, I know there has been, that's the other really cool thing about this. There's been a lady in Scotland who has commented, a lady in Germany, some in Britain, and some fellow Aussies, and a lot of local people here in the US. So I think that's really exciting and fun too. So wherever you are around the world, I hope you're safe and dry. And you know, some of these terrible tornadoes that have come through, thankfully north of us, but man, my heart goes out to those people where that has gone through. I think mainly in Oklahoma and Kansas, but wow, it's pretty intense. So yeah, sunshine and raindrops to you wherever you are. Not too many raindrops, just the right amount. And we'll see you soon.